Hello students, welcome back to commercial arithmetic class. So in previous video we had solved 13 problems on simple interest, and today we will begin with the general problems of simple interest. So the 14th problem is, person A lends rupees 3000 to B for 2 years and rupees 750 to C for 4 years at the same rate of simple interest. If A receives rupees 720 as interest altogether from B and C, what is the rate charged? So this is a pretty straightforward question and an easy question. So what they have given is, there is a person A, he lends 3000 to B for 2 years and rupees 750 to C for 4 years at same rate of interest, and they have given additional to this, after all A receives 720 as interest. So you have to find what is the rate of simple interest. So first let us assume this rate of simple interest to be small r. Then they have given simple interest from A, like A receives 720 rupees as an interest which is from B as well as C. Therefore this should be simple interest from B and simple interest from C. So please make this correction in your notes. So simple interest from B, so we will calculate that. So for B, what is the principal amount, which is 3000, and number of years invested is 2. So the formula is PNR by 100. So in place of P, substitute 3000 into N is 2 and rate is R divided by 100, plus for C the principal amount is 750 and the period of investment is for 4 and rate is R, which we have assumed. So in the formula substitute the given terms, which is equal to 720. So you simplify this 100 zeros will get cancelled, then 1 0, so it comes down to 60r plus 30r is equal to 720. So you can add, so it turns out to be 90r is equal to 720. We need to find out r, therefore r is 8% per annum. If you want, you can substitute this r to be 8 and you can check, you will get it as 720, or else you can see 90 into 8 is obviously 720. So you got the same answer. So let's see the 15th question. A lends to B a sum of rupees 2400, partly at 5% per annum simple interest and partly at 6% per annum simple interest. If at the end of 2.5 years A receives in all rupees 320 as simple interest, find the portion lent at 5% per annum. So even this is a simple question. They have given person A lends B a sum of 2400. So partly it means that, for example, if you have 100 rupees, you are giving to a person 60 rupees at certain rate, then obviously the remaining will be 40% which you are giving at 6% rate. So here we have to find out what is that amount given to person at 5% and what is the amount was given at 6% per annum. So we will see the solution. So let the sum lent at 5% per annum be x, then the remaining sum will be obviously lent at 6% per annum, so therefore it will be 2400 minus x. I hope this concept is clear, because if you have 100 rupees, you are giving say 30 rupees at 5%, then in this 100 the remaining will be 70, which will be given at 6% per annum. So here first we have taken it as to be x, the sum, then out of 2400 the remaining will be lent at 6% per annum. Then they have given as simple interest at 5% rate plus simple interest at 6% rate will give the person a total interest as rupees 320. Therefore, we will substitute the things given in the formula, that is PNR by 100. So here we don't know what is the principal, so we have taken it to be x into n is given as 2.5, which is 2.5, and the rate of interest is 5. Therefore, it is x into 2.5 into 5 by 100 plus, when the rate is 6%, the principal is 2400 minus x. So P is 2400 minus x into 2.5 into 6 by 100. So this is 2.5 into 5 is 12.5 and into x, so it is 12.5 x by 100 plus, so it is 2.5 into 6 is 15, therefore it is 2400 minus x into 15 by 100, which is 320. So 12.5 by 100 is 0.125x plus, so this you have to multiply for both the terms. So it will be 2400 into 15, which is 36,000 into, you have to do it for x also, so it will be minus 15x whole divided by 100. So this you can write it as 36,000 divided by 100 minus 15x by 100. So you simplify, so it is 0.125x plus 360 minus 0.15x. Here x is common, so you can subtract it, and this 360 and there is 320, therefore it will be 360 minus 320, which is equal to 0.15 minus 0.125. Here it is subtraction, when it goes to right hand side it will become addition. So at the end you will get x as 1600. I hope you know just basic calculations. Anyway, if you take the other term, if you take 360 to this side, you will get minus over here, as well as in the left hand side you will get minus. So minus minus will get cancelled. Again you will get x as 1600. You guys try to solve this problem, work out each and every step. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to follow this simplification method. Any simplification method is fine. If you want, you can take this as 100 is common, therefore it is 12.5x plus 2400 minus x into 15. You can solve in one step also. Then you can send this 100 to right hand side and you can simplify. Any simplification is fine, but you have to get the right answer. Therefore we got x as 1600. So the sum lent at 5% will be 1600 rupees. So the 16th question is, a man invests two equal sums of money, the first bearing interest at the rate of 5% per annum simple interest and other at the rate of 6% per annum simple interest. At the end of 5.5 years, he has received rupees 110 more from the latter than the former. Find the total sum invested. So we will see step by step solution. First, we don't know what is the principal, but they have given a man invest two equal sums of money. So if he is investing 100 rupees at certain rate of interest, then again he will be investing 100 rupees itself for the other rate of interest. So therefore let us take the sum invested to be x initially, then the second sum invested is also x, that is the later investment. So given, they have given at the end of 5.5 years he has received 110 more from the latter than the former. So this problem is very similar like we had studied in third sem ratios chapter, like salary of x exceeds salary of y by rupees 500 or something. When the word exceeds come, we had taken subtraction. Here they have given he receives at the end of fund he has received 110 more, so from the latter than the former, so you have to use subtraction. Therefore latter is nothing but the second investment, which is at 6% per annum. The former initially he had invested at 5% per annum. So it is simple interest at 6% minus simple interest on 5% gives rupees 110. So now we will use PNR by 100 formula and we will substitute the given terms. So the principal is X and the time of investment is same, that is 5.5 years, and the rate is 6, so it is 5.5 into 6 into x, which gives 33x. Similarly here the principal is X and the time is same, that is n is same 5.5 and rate is 5. So you simplify, you will get X as 2000, but they have asked find the total sum invested. So it is first sum is 2000 and the second sum is also 2000. Therefore the total sum invested is 4000 rupees. So let us see the next question, the 17th one. X lends rupees 8000 to Y at 4% per annum for a certain period and rupees 10,000 to Z at 5% per annum for a period of 2 years more than that given to Y. If he receives rupees 3460 as simple interest altogether from both, find the period for which sums are lent. So in this problem you have to calculate the small n. They have given the principal amount, they have given the rate of interest, and they have given simple interest gathered as 3460. With all this we will find the period n. So for Y, let us assume the period of loan to be as n. Then they have given in the question for Z, the period is 2 years more than that given to Y. So therefore the period of loan for Z will be n plus 2. If they had given the period of for Z is 2 years less than that given to Y, then it will be n minus 2. So now we have taken period to be n for Y and n plus 2 for Z. We know the remaining terms. We can substitute in the formula of simple interest and we can find out the unknown term. Along with this they have given the statement. Altogether he receives rupees 3460 as simple interest. Therefore simple interest from Y plus simple interest from Z is equal to 3460. So the formula for simple interest is PNR by 100. Here P is 8000 for Y into N into 4 by 100 plus 10,000 into period is N plus 2 into 5 by 100 equal to 3460. So simplify, you will get N as 3 years. Therefore the period of amount lent to Y is 3 years. Then the period lent for Z will be N plus 2, which is 5 years. So the 18th problem is the simple interest on a certain sum for 8 months for 6% per annum is rupees 120 less than the simple interest on the same sum for 19 months for 3% per annum. Find the sum. So here please note that the period is given in terms of months, not year. So in the formula we will be using PNR by 100 into 12 because month is given. So in this question the sum is unknown, so let us assume it to be X. So then they have given simple interest on the same sum. Okay, they have given 120 less than simple interest on the same sum for 19 months for 3% per annum. So mathematically it will be simple interest of 3% per annum for 19 months minus simple interest for 6% per annum for 8 months is equal to 120. So this is the mathematical statement which is given in the question. So now we have taken X as principal amount So we will use the formula and we will find out what is x. So it is x into 19 into 3 divided by 100 into 12 minus x into 8 into 6 divided by 100 into 12. Simplify, you will get x as 16,000. So here you have to be careful with the notations given or terms given. If it was year, then you shouldn't have used 12. If they had given days, then you should have used 365 in place of 12. So these are some simple problems. So the last problem for today is a certain sum amounts to rupees 6,200 in 3 years. The same sum in 5 years amounts to rupees 7,000 at the same rate of interest. Find the rate of simple interest and sum. So here they have given there is some amount or sum or the principal which amounts to, that is sum means p, amount is nothing but a. So we know a is equal to p plus I. So here they have given a certain sum amounts to rupees 6,200 in 3 years, and the same sum if you are investing for 5 years you will get rupees 7,000. It is very simple. If you are investing 100 rupees for 1 year at 10%, then you will get 110. Suppose you are increasing the years, then obviously you will get more, right, when you are investing 100 rupees itself. So here they have not given what is the sum and what is the rate of interest, but additional to this they have given the amount and the period of investment, and it is in simple interest. We have to find out the rate and sum. So we'll see the solution. The sum amounts to rupees 6,200 in 3 years and the same sum amounts to 7,000 in 5 years. So this means simple interest in 2 years will be 800 rupees. So why 2 years? It is 5 minus 3 gives you 2 years. So we are calculating simple interest which will be accumulated for 2 years, which will be 7,000 minus 6,200, which is 800 rupees. Suppose here it was 6 years, then simple interest for 3 years will be 800 rupees. So I hope this concept is clear. So now we have got simple interest for 2 years, which is 800. Then simple interest for 1 year will be rupees 400. So for 2 years it is 800, then for 1 year obviously it will be half of it, which is 400. Now we can calculate what is the simple interest for 3 years, which will be rupees 1,200, or else you can calculate simple interest for 5 years, which will be 2,000. So now we have taken simple interest for 3 years to be 1,200. Now we will use the formula A is equal to P plus I. We know for 3 years what is A, it is 6,200. We don't know what is the principal amount, but we got the interest for 3 years to be 1,200. So we will substitute that. So A is equal to P plus I. So therefore P will be A minus I, which is 5,000 rupees. So we got the sum. So in both the cases the sum is 5,000 rupees. So one question is solved. If you want, you can substitute in place of 6,200 as 7,000 and here 2,000. You will again get the amount as 5,000 rupees. Obviously 7,000 minus 2,000 is 5,000 rupees. So now we have to calculate the rate of simple interest. We have got all the terms and except R, so we can find out R. Therefore simple interest is 1,200, principal sum is 5,000 and period of investment is 3. So simplify this, you will get R as 8% per annum and the sum as 5,000 rupees. So the concept is very simple. All you have to remember is the formulas. That is only 2 formulas. One is for finding the simple interest and one is to find the amount. And if you understand the question, then this is the simplest topic. So please try to work out each problem, make your notes and work out regularly. So thank you. We will solve last set of problems of simple interest in the next class and we'll move to compound interest.